the Shack Master!
All right.
The Shack Master!
I told you. Oh, God.
You just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
The WWF Regional Flag Championship match.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
It's showtime.
Hello everyone and welcome once again to P3 Radio. I'm Richard Mulligan, joined by my best friend and co-host Josh Briley. Say hey, Josh.
What's up, everybody? We got a barn burner today.
It's like you'll want to burn a barn to get away from this show.
Exactly.
This might be the first week in a while that we don't have any guests scheduled to be here.
We're not important.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of nice not having anybody on, and it's kind of sad. You know, it's like it's nice to interview people and get their thoughts and get their opinions on stuff, but sometimes it's just nice to be able to just sit back and go, okay, if we want to just goof off for an hour, we can. You know, we don't have a set schedule. We don't have to run
Well,
by.
there is absolute power in not being beholden to anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, whenever you know...
Says the two married guys.
That's how I think that we appreciate the power of not being beholden to something, because we're so beholden to our children and our wives, you know, just the everyday grind, that whenever we do get a chance to relax, I think we, you know, relish in it, you know?
Sounds like you're planning on running away or something.
Yes, it's my big lead in to moving into the studio that we were talking about.
Right. You just think about just leaving it all behind. No. Well, tonight we are about an hour and a half behind schedule, but you would never know that because, like I said, this is a podcast. We didn't have to be on time for anything. We had no interviews lined up. But we had struggled again with another soundboard, and we just realized we're going to have more time to fiddle with this thing to figure it out.
Diddle. I like diddle.
That sound well. I mean,
we are plugging in and pulling out.
Wouldn't tell
lots
people,
and lots of wires going on.
You know, I really like to diddle. Well, you're not allowed over at my kid's birthday party.
I can't be within 50 feet from a park anyway, so...
And, you know, the funny thing is, it's like there for a while, we had all these interviews scheduled. And, you know, when we first started this thing, we were like, we're never going to run out of stuff to talk about. Yeah. And by like week 4, it was like, what if we talked about? It's like we had expended everything within those 2 or 3 shows that it was like, you know, we didn't have a format, which we never hardly ever do. The last 3 or 4 shows have been closer to a format than anything. But,
well, that's because we just wanted to be professional with the guest, you know. But
right.
I think it's when it's just we don't have a guest. We just kind of try to just BS our way through it.
Yeah, and you know, that was like when I sent you that message this week, I was like, I am so excited we can just sit down and have a chat and just kind of joke around and be friendly. You know, that was one of the big things that I was interested in. I know we wrote a lot of bits. Well, we kind of half wrote bit ideas down and everything. Maybe tonight we'll get into a few of those, you know, or today, depending on when you're listening to this. We need to really redo another Maximum Health and Fitness commercial.
That's what I said.
We also need to start writing a commercial for a couple of events. We've got Black Time Boxing that's coming up on January 6th. I haven't spoke to Josh, but I'm definitely going to drag him along to this. It's a MMA event that happens in downtown Jackson at the Civic Center every year. It is really good. It's a huge event for juvenile diabetes, against, not for. But that's a big event we got coming up. And then at the start of the year, we go right into bodybuilding shows for my announcing work. Try to figure this whole sound system out.
Well, you know, I think the sound thing is going to be a lot better whenever we get to our permanent studio and all that. What do you think about Kurt Angle taking over Roman's spot for the pay-per-view?
The only way that this cannot be a wasted match for Kurt, like, because in my opinion, they were building to something.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'm right, but this is my opinion, and this will come out. And let's just put it like this. We're recording this on a Saturday night. This is the Saturday night before TLC, by the way. So if I'm right, I didn't see the pay-per-view and then comment on it. The pay-per-view is tomorrow. This will come out on Tuesday. So this will be out on Tuesday. But my thought was they were building towards Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan. That was just, in my mind, that was what I saw. Especially since when they said, my kid is Jason Jordan, and the crowd just went, huh? Like, what? What are you talking about? So when they
He was talking
did
about
that,
when he initially...
right.
I was there.
You
Did
were
you know
there?
that?
No.
I was there.
I'm sorry.
I was on TV a whole bunch of times. I'll tell you this. I was the one in the Bullet Club shirt.
I probably didn't watch it that close.
You're supposed to... That's me setting you up for a rib or an insult. There's like 10,000 of them.
No, here's my thought on the whole, and I know we're getting into a little local indie promotion you might have heard of called World Wrestling Entertainment. We're getting into more mainstream WWE stuff here, but my initial thought when they brought Jason Jordan out was one of three things. It was either A, he had worked with Corey Graves to falsify a paternity test or get someone to lie to catapult him in. They were going to turn him heel.
Yeah.
The other thing was they keep this whole storyline going where he's his son, but he becomes the ungrateful son, which they could go either way. But Jason Jordan, in my head, has to turn heel.
No doubt.
I mean...
But, I want to ask you this point blank.
Right.
But when the angle initially happened, did you see money there at all, if any?
The only way I saw money coming out of that is if they turned Jason Jordan on Angle.
But he would have to be so dastardly because I think people were so... What I'm saying is I think people were so disappointed.
Right.
They wanted it to be somebody
Gable.
else.
They wanted it to be Gable.
That's who I told my buddy standing right beside me. I said, Gable's coming out.
Yeah.
I was more because the Olympic pedigree, everything made sense. And then you got Jordan.
The funniest tweet that night was from Virgil, in my opinion. And Virgil had wrote on Twitter, Kurt's dipping in that chocolate, I see. And I was like, that is hilarious.
Meat sauce.
But, yeah. But let's transition a little bit out of wrestling. And we're going to do that after a message from one of our sponsors. And who would that sponsor be, Josh?
Maximum Health and Fitness. I got 2 months to lose all this weight for my high school reunion.
2 months? What are you going to do?
I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you what you should do. You should go down to 51 South Creek Drive and see Matt Hoover and all the guys at Maximum Health and Fitness. They're going to whip you into shape and help you reach your maximum potential.
I don't have time to work out. I mean, I don't want to get signed up in something and it not be for me.
Don't worry about that. You mentioned this podcast, P3 Radio, and they're going to throw you a free trial membership.
51 South Creek Drive?
51 South Creek Drive off the South Island right next to Los Frutales. I'm telling you, they're going to help you reach your maximum fitness goals and get you into shape for your high school reunion.
Well, thanks. I'm going to go see Matt and the guys at Maximum Health and Fitness.
Maximum Health and Fitness, 51 South Creek Drive, Jackson, Tennessee. All right, we're back with P3 Radio. Still here with my best friend and co-host, Josh Briley. We don't take too many commercial breaks in our radio show, do we?
At least one.
Yeah, we take one. We don't really have sponsors. We need more people. People, please give us your money. But no. With that said, perfect segue.
Give us your money.
Yeah, no. With that said, that was one of the bits that we were trying to do this week was sponsor jingles. Like, what could we do? Like, if we had sponsors, what kind of jingles could we have? That was something I pitched to you, right?
Exactly.
All right, thanks for adding. What if we wrote jingles for companies, in hopes that they would sponsor our show, right?
I thought you were, half just being funny. I mean,
Yeah, this isn't serious at all. But I wrote a couple of jingles.
well, that's why I asked you. I mean, for a living or for a rib or what? I mean, because if I was doing something for a living, it would have to be a certain kind of product. It couldn't just be a flash in the pan type thing. But if it was for,
Buy your
fun,
new flash in the pan. All the kids are talking about flashes in the pan. That sounds like a rap song now that I say it more and more. Flash in the pan, flash in the pan. Now you're just thinking.
that's new, some kind of new slang for cooking up crack rocks.
Now, when we play this back, there's not going to be an echo like what we hear. So just
I'm
know
not
that.
even paying attention to it anymore.
To be honest with you, Richard, I'm so
past
drunk at
that.
this point.
I'm past that right now. Okay.
I'm so lit at this point, I don't even hear the echo anymore. I mean, the echo's just drowning out the thoughts of kill yourself over and over in my head. So, no. But no. Speaking of sponsors and jingles, we got off that a little bit. But I wrote a couple.
You took that to a dark place, did you not?
Where are you going? You're leaving. You better not be stealing any of my ice. All right, so Josh doesn't have an ice maker, and he refuses to buy ice cubes and ice trays to make ice cubes, and I have to bring little baggies of ice over every time I come.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I do if I want cold drinks. So, in a lot of the interviews you hear, you'll hear like a crinkling of a bag that sounds like we're eating Sun Chips. We're not. I'm just trying to get some ice for my Coke. Yeah. But, well, that was a loud noise. Did you get your drink in? Yeah. Oh, that noise you heard, that little bloop. Yeah, Josh wasn't fishing. Bloop. That was his drink backfiring right into his eye.
Kind of like the lawnmower.
Yeah. Bloop. What lawnmower do you have? All right, so jingles. So I wrote a couple jingles. And just know I know they're bad. I can't play guitar very well. And if you hear that, that is the guitar. So I wrote a couple jingles for some sponsors that we might want. But this is what we got. I can't sing, so just imagine. Just imagine when you're hearing this that it's someone that can sing and someone that can play guitar. So just bear with me.
We should have seen what John Cougar Mellencamp's right.
Right. What do you got going on, John Cougar Mellencamp? What's
For like
going on?
5 minutes on Saturday night.
Look at that over there. It's that's Bob Dylan. Over there with Marlboro cigarettes.
Oh yeah, life goes on.
Tell that too.
Oh. I was going, she's a good girl.
Loves her horses. Loves Elvis.
And her boyfriend, too.
All right. We might need to get some karaoke going here in a minute for you. Just... All right. So for the first jingle, like I said, I know I'm bad, so here we go. All right, here we go. It's a bitter fact. Dad's not coming back. Massive heart attack. Del Monte green beans. Del Monte green beans.
Let me ask you this. What the hell were you thinking? What kind of mind state were you in to write that?
I was wishing death on my biological father. You want to hear it again? Let me try it again.
Sure.
Oh, wrong. It's a bitter fact. I'm just
Daddy's not coming back.
It's a bitter fact. Dad's not coming back. Massive heart attack. Del Monte green beans. Del Monte green beans.
That's not reeling him in by any means.
Oh, good.
But
Well, I mean, maybe if he
pretty
ate more
funny.
green beans, he would be alive and with us. My biological father is still alive, by the way, I think. I don't know. Who knows? I joked that I was going to get my dad a GPS for Christmas because one year when I was 2, he left and for milk and never came back. All right, so I was thinking more what's towards our demographic. So I think this next jingle will be more towards our demographic, okay?
all
Bear
right.
with me, let me pull that up. All right, so here. Itching and burning, God make it stop. Valtrax, control your flare-ups today. Cha-cha-cha. No?
Like I said, that may be towards your
No,
demographic.
not like our demographic. Not that we have need for Valtrax, but I mean we have need for their money. There's people out there
Definitely.
that need Valtrax. Why not get some of that cut?
And just so Valtrax knows, I'll say whatever you want for, $5.
Hell yeah, it burns. But yeah, so the next one's kind of along the same lines. All right. Can't find the key here. When you go out, have your fun, but remember one thing, son. Always wrap up your gun. Trojans, cheaper than 18 years. No? I think that's a pretty decent one. No? No? But that's all I got, really. I mean, the alternate to that song was going to be this. When you go out, have your fun, but remember one thing, son. Always wrap up your gun. Del Monte green beans. Del Monte green beans.
Yeah. Why not?
Because you gotta wear a condom to eat green beans. I don't think you're eating those right.
Evidently not.
But that was some jingles. Maybe Del Monte green beans will hear this and we'll
We're gonna
finally
have to get an alternate email account. They're gonna be breaking down the door.
What do you mean? Like just from all the sponsorship
Oh
ideas?
God!
So what's next, Josh?
Crap our wives say.
Oh jeez. This is where we get shot. This will be our last episode, ladies and
Well, let
gentlemen.
me tell you something. If you saying the wrong thing gets you shot, I think you're in the wrong ballpark, anyways.
What kind of ballpark are you
That
getting
wasn't a
shot at
ballpark.
in? What kind of ballpark are you getting shot at in?
Depends on
Besides-
what little league team's playing.
I'll tell you what, before we get into that, I got to show you a video.
Go ahead.
I like watching a lot of fail videos, like fail army.
I'm sorry.
No, it's hilarious. I don't know why you're sorry. Some of those videos are freaking hilarious. Well, this is one that popped up on one of the fail armies. We're at a funeral, and they're about to release some white doves.
In the Lord, in the Bible, the Lord
Apparently.
speaks about how spiritual the white dove is to his
The dove is pecking the woman trying to get away.
doves today.
Sorry.
Remember, don't grieve for me, for as the white dove, I too have been set free. Lift up your hearts and share with me. God wanted me now. He set me free. We will look at the spirit dove first.
That's the spirit dove. The spirit dove flies off. And they release a basket of doves, and the camera follows one right into the middle of a truck. Listen to the gasp of the funeral audience when the dove gets hit. Listen.
Followed by the Holy Trinity.
The shock on this woman's face.
What are they doing having a funeral on the interstate anyways?
When I watched this video, I was like, I didn't even understand that there was a highway there until they let the doves go. Everyone's so uncomfortable.
Come see our dearly beloved over on exit 87. I mean,
but I was like, there's so many things that are like odd about this video. And if you want to watch it, it's called White Dove at Funeral gets hit by a truck. White Dove at Funeral gets hit by a truck. The woman that's handling the first dove looks like she's trying to be like comic relief. Like she takes the dove that is obviously trying to get away, and she goes to this little kid, and the little kid don't want to touch it. So she grabs her arm and touches the bird. While the preacher, I guess that's the preacher, who looks very out of place. He looks like he probably sold a used car that day. Like he looks a little shady. He's wearing jeans to a funeral.
And they're like the only ones in jeans too.
Right. Yeah, everybody else is in 3-piece suits, and he's like, all right, right now the dove guy's gonna talk. No, not the guy that brought the soap. This guy is actually holding doves.
Actual basket of doves.
He's about to lose some inventory here in about 5 minutes. So
I don't think these were the messenger doves that come back. So obviously he's losing inventory anyways. I wonder how much it costs to release 10 doves or however many.
Well, here's the thing. How did he catch the doves? Like, if you're going to make any profit off of this, you have to constantly be catching doves.
That's
like
why
he's out there. Look, he's got a belly. Look at his belly. You think he's jumping on doves? Like, gotcha, dove.
He's buying those doves from some kind of animal breeder. He's not going out catching them.
Like a dove breeder? You think there's a
Dude,
dove breeder?
you can get people that breed freaking giraffes for you if you search the right stuff on Google. I mean, come on.
Sounds bad. Maybe we shouldn't Google breeding giraffes.
Go ahead.
Maybe we should.
I bet you we'll get at least one bite.
Breeding giraffes.
Get
All right,
it
we'll do
by
that in just
giraffe.
a second. Write that down on your phone. We will do that in just a second. But I just want to point out the
I'm
guy
just going
that
to say, let's buy a giraffe.
And here's the thing. All right, so if you're watching this video, it's at a funeral, and like where we've got it paused right now at the 20-second mark in the video, there's like at least 5 or 6 people smiling. So it's like you imagine it was an older person that was probably wasn't shocking. It wasn't a shocking death. Everybody's smiling, kind of like, oh, there's doves, and then you get to the point in the video where they release the dove, and everybody's, oh, that's nice, they released that dove. And then they take this heart-shaped basket. Mr. Dove in jeans himself has a heart-shaped basket. He turns it over and just like nonchalantly just shakes it so the doves fly out. And the last dove that flies out is a little late from all the others. He flies a little low and he gets nailed. F-150 in a trailer. Good comfortable silence here as they point towards the doves that made it.
That one got away.
I don't know. I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny. And the rest of the time you just hear car noises. I don't know if this video is like 1:34 long. I don't know if they're
I mean,
all...
seriously, how many interstate freaking cemeteries have you seen? I've never seen an interstate cemetery.
We're going to get back on the crap our wives say.
Well, I had a short little story my wife told me a couple of days ago. And I figure maybe at some point we could have a reoccurring segment called Crap My Wife Says.
Should we do some production for it right now?
Why not?
All right, so how would you want it to go? Like, would you want some guitar accompaniment?
I kind of see it as like a Twilight Zone type thing. Stuff. My wife says. I don't know why. Or, I don't know. I only half-ass listen to her anyways.
So
you can leave that in if you want to.
we could do the whole segment that never took off was Josh and Richard randomly calling people. We could do something like that. You want to do that? Well, all right, so we'll do
stupid crap my wife always tells me. Or
maybe too wordy. This is crap we normally hear from our wives. No? This is dumb things that we know. Josh and Richard talking about stuff their wives say.
We can ponder on the intro.
We'll use that as a writing day. I don't know why. I scrolled down, and Andre the Giant Letterman is just looking at me right here. I don't know why I want to watch that, but
Andre,
I told him I need him and hey, Brittany, did you want the peanut?
But anyhow,
Yep.
crap our wives say.
crap our wives say. Crap our wives say. Hey.
My wife, she came home a couple
Hold on,
of
let's
days.
do that again. Come on. We'll go. Crap our wives say. Crap our wives say. Hey! Let's do it together. Here we go. We're going to start the segment. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Crap our wives say. Crap our wives say. Hey! All right, there we go. Good. That'll start the intro. If it didn't it didn't fade out. It didn't clip. All right, so we're good. Go ahead. So start it over. So here we go. Crap our wives. You got to be with me. Come on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Crap our wives say. Crap our wives say. Hey! All right, so what would be the first one?
Well, my wife, she just came.
Oh, no, hold
home
on.
from-
I'm sorry.
My wife.
So
My wife.
my mom told me the other day she listened to something we did on Facebook. That's exactly how she put it.
I listen to some kind of shit y'all did on Facebook.
She didn't say it like that. Jesus, I don't know why my mom is so grizzled in your opinion, but no, she told me she was like, we listened to some. James had something playing on Facebook the other day that y'all did, and y'all was saying stuff like "my wives," and I was like, I was sitting there going,
My wife.
and she was laughing, and I was like, I don't remember saying anything about like that, and B, do we sound like Borat most of the time?
Yes, my
My
wife.
wife. All right, let's
She's a 43.
all right, let's try this again. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Are we doing crap, my
Yes,
wife?
we're getting it right. We'll get it right. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Crap our wives say. Crap our wives say. Hey! All right.
Well, my wife, she came home from her nanny and papa's the other day.
Mhm.
Now, her nanny and papa, that's her grandparents.
Mhm.
And she said, I got a nanny compliment today. I looked at her as, what are you talking about? A nanny compliment. She said it's pretty much a double-edged sword compliment. She said to me, that outfit looks good. Your mama ought to get one like it. She's gaining weight too.
So that's not really more of a stuff your wife says.
She told
but-
me the story.
Oh, okay.
It's hilarious.
Right. No, it's... Well, that leads into something that I was going to talk about later, but we'll get into that later. Do you have another story?
Well, I mean, I could tell you a whole bunch of embarrassing things, but
I mean, feel free to say what you want to say.
well, I say whatever I want to
Well.
say, I guess.
Well, let's load up the next one. You ready? You just had one, though, right?
That's all I had wrote down at this point.
Okay. Well, what was mine? I told you. Okay, so this is going to get me in trouble at home, but all right. So here we go. So the other day, we're sitting there, and me and my wife were talking about something about like how we're telling Penny something, and my wife tells me, she's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to say that to Penny because I don't want to set a bad precedent. And I just laughed at her. I'm like, you mean precedent? And she said, what did I say? I said, president. You don't want to set a bad precedent. And that's pretty much it. That's going to get me in trouble, by the way, because we talked about that recently. And I was like, yeah, man, president. You said president. I laughed at her openly. I was like, no, that's not right. You sweet little homeschooled girl. I joke with her all the time about being homeschooled. I'm like, valedictorian of your class, huh? That dog you had came in second, huh? Yeah, top of your class. So I got another one. Let's load it up. Here we go. Ready? Are we going to do the intro, or we got enough intros?
I'm sure we got
All
enough.
right, we got it. Okay. So we've been married for maybe about a year or two. And my wife says, I really like those movies that guy puts out. I said, what are you talking about? She's like, those movies that guy puts out. He puts out all these movies with these twist endings. And I was like, well, what's the guy's name? And she goes, I think it's M. Night Shyamalan. And I laughed at her and I said, you mean M. Night Shyamalan? From that point on, anytime we talk about a movie that he's written, which has been not a lot here lately, but it always comes into the M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Gotta love him.
So yeah, that's it. I will give you this. So I will tell you about one that scared the crap out of me. So here we go. So one night, my wife decides, hey, I'm going to go ahead and turn in. I'm like, you're going to turn in? You're going to go to bed this early? She's like, yeah, I'm done. We hadn't had a kid yet. We've been married for about 2 years. And she said, oh, before I go to bed, there was this thing I saw. There was these little logos that you hang on the wall, like live, laugh, love. They're like little wood cutouts. You just hang them on the wall. She's like, there was another one, but I can't remember what it was. I was like, okay, well that's cool, because guys, if they care about anything, they care about wood cutouts. So live, laugh, and love, and fun, and gosh, just hang in there like a cat holding onto a branch. So I was like, well, yeah, have a good night. Going to bed. So she goes to bed. I'm playing Madden. A good hour goes by. She's got to be asleep. And all of a sudden in the background, I hear this noise. It was just out of nowhere. It just goes, smile! I was like, what was that? Smile! And I froze. I got chill bumps on my arms. I was like, what? And then I heard my wife's voice again. She goes, oh! That was the one I couldn't think of. It was smile.
Oh my God.
Live, life, love, smile. I was like, you know how creepy that was? You just yelled smile at from the other room? Like, smile! I was like, I thought I was getting a picture taken by a ghost. It was like the ghost of Sears photo department past.
The ghost of Sears Robux past.
But I mean, yeah, that was creepy. So that has been 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Well,
Crap.
You can play that over again.
What?
The creepy crap.
What? You want me to play the creepy music?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. So you got one?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Along those same lines, my wife, she scares the crap out of me to this day because she's what you call a troubled sleeper.
Yeah.
Like, she works third shift, so obviously she's sleeping whenever I'm awake. And, you know, some days I'll be sitting in here watching TV or something, and all of a sudden you'll hear, no, no, no. And you go and look, and she's dead asleep. And, you know, for the longest, I would hear stuff like that. I thought maybe, you know, something's wrong with her. I don't know, maybe she has like sleep Tourette's or something. And this one day, casually, in conversation, she said, oh yeah, I talk crazy in my sleep. Don't pay attention to anything I say if I'm asleep. They said, you know, my past boyfriends and whatnot have said I kind of creep them out or whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, if you only knew. I mean, this is like after 3-4 years I'm with her.
Yeah.
You know, and she just casually says over in conversation, oh yeah, by the way, I talk crazy in my sleep. Oh, yeah.
Josh.
Take the trash out.
Take the trash out. I'm gonna make a lamp out of your skin. Just do it. No, I'll fillet you.
Don't pay attention to anything I say when I'm asleep.
No.
I talk crazy. Good night, honey. I love you.
That grunt work better be clean when I get home, or I'm gonna cave your skull in with my little bit slugger.
Dust. Gathering at the corners of the floor.
Oh, that makes me want to kill. Slice. Kill.
Yeah, don't pay attention to anything I say.
If you act like you don't hear that dog want to go outside one more time, and I have to get up,
I'll make a belt out of your nipples.
oh, I'm gonna pull off all your toenails.
She's gonna kill me for saying all this.
She might kill me. I mean, I'm poking.
Freaking night terror wife over here. Yeah, that's crap my wife says.
What would be funny if she was like, when you said sleep Tourette's, had me rolling. Because it was just like, this would be where I could bleep it out and it would be hilarious. It'd be like, Josh! That would be a
Sleep
bleep.
Tourette's, that's a real deal.
Yes. What if she had sleep creepy Tourette's? It was like,
Josh, if you don't get the trash out, I'm gonna rip out your tongue.
Hearts! Oh! I have sleep Tourette's.
Don't pay attention to anything I say.
Alright. Just try to relax.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's about time to wrap up this episode of P3 Radio. Now, people, if you want to follow us on Twitter, where can they follow us?
P3 Radio 1 on Twitter.
And at Facebook, where are they going to follow us at?
Pop Poncho.
And if they want to call us, degrade us, tell us something, be an informant, drop some info down on us, where are they going to do that at?
911.
Or
731-300-MORK. That's 731-300-6675.
And for Richard Mulligan, I'm Josh Browley.
And this is Richard Mulligan saying,
Good night!
good night!